There was also a lot of Nijisanji fans that claimed that they felt scared now that the Doki Bird supporter would harass them, they would bully them. If there's two parties disagreeing with each other and the conversation keeps on going, then the tension also keeps on going and it keeps being relived every single day. It just never stops for them. Now for Nijisanji, there's been 0 days with Nijisanji drama. I'm getting a little sick of it. I want them to do good, but yeah, we're going to do a concert in LA for the Anime Expo. It was going to be big. 2 concerts, one called Wonder World and one called Nijisanji EN Summer Jam. Basically, today they announced that this is an important update regarding the Nijisanji EN Summer Jam and welcome to Wonder World concert in LA, originally scheduled for July 6-7 at the Peacock Theater during Anime Expo 2024. I just realized I forgot something. While we were incredibly excited to bring you our first ever 3D concert in North America, recent developments have made it clear that creating the optimal environment for an unforgettable experience for our fans and our livers is no longer feasible. What a sad thing to say. Recent developments have made it clear that creating the optimal environment for an unforgettable experience for our fans and our livers is no longer feasible. What do they mean by that? Is Anime Expo like unsafe? Is it what's wrong with the venue? So that of course sparked a lot of rats. Then they go on to say, please rest assured that full refunds for the concert tickets will be processed. Details regarding the refund process will be announced soon on our official X accounts and the websites mentioned above. We are also working on special perks to show our appreciation for all who purchase tickets. Don't you love how they make it all sound so serious? It's literally just, hi, we didn't get enough people, sorry. That's the rat. I don't know, man. I'm wondering if that's the case, then what? They told the livers to stick quiet? They told the livers not to say the real reason? Like, what did they tell the livers? If I was a liver, I'd be upset. So yeah, after that, they said that one concert they'll host for free live on their stream, so the fans will still be able to watch it. But the other concert, I'm not sure about that one. That one is TBA, maybe delayed. So the first speculation is that they didn't sell enough tickets. So this is like a data map of the seats that were sold so far. And so the gray seats were not for sale over there. It's only the 5 stages here. And the gray seats, so green is unsold, gray is sold. So I guess people are claiming that they just didn't fill enough seats. Perhaps somebody else pointed out that venues, when they don't sell enough, sometimes they'll cancel the show, so maybe that's it. But I mean, they were invited to perform, so that would be weird. That would also strain their relationship for future shows and future collabs, so I'm not sure. And the other rat, well, okay, so this is the map. The map of the booth was released for Anime Expo, and then people found out that Height, or I Buy PC Power, which is Doki Bird's sponsor, and this is Doki Bird's booth, bottom left. And in front of them, who do we have? We have Nijisanji and Nijisanji EN. And this somewhat sparked another round of online debate. And somebody, I don't have it right now, they made an animation, okay? They made an animation of Doki Bird facing off Elira. And Elira looked tired and worn out. And some Nijisanji fans. So that animation caused quite some controversy within the Nijisanji fandom, because they were claiming that the animator had drawn Elira being beat up, like she received abuse, and they were claiming it was, it was mocking her and drawing her in a way where she was abused, probably because they thought she had a black eye. But it wasn't a black eye, actually. It was really just her looking tired. The animation was pretty poor taste. Doki Bird released a statement shortly after saying, guys, we want to focus on positivity. want to leave everything behind. She didn't mention whether this was because of the animation or not, but there had been a huge amount of vitriol and backlash and just very tense discussions and debates, which is probably what she was referring to in her statement. There was also a lot of Nijisanji fans that claimed that they felt scared now that the Doki Bird supporter would harass them, they would bully them, and they were scared of being Nijisanji fans. So when this map came out, people were already wondering, is Nijisanji gonna stay in this booth? Because in the past, and even when with the false ID video that he made on WeebCon, where Nijisanji staff asked the WeebCon staff to tell false ID to remove his tweet, kind of teasing them, well, joking about them, that they're pretty petty and they've canceled appearances before and now they're canceling this one. So Matara and Vshoujo is right above them as well. Yeah, Matara, Vshoujo, and V4 Mirai. I think Doki was not really wanting to continue to be called out to being Niji's downfall. She wants to move on from Niji. Yeah, well, the thing is, she's kind of like stuck as people are also using her to attack other people, and she's kind of like the banner on which anti-Niji fans get her behind, but she's like, that's not my content. My content is positive and I play games. And also she gets criticized so much by these fans because they see her as the cause of their problem. They see her as somebody who's betrayed the company. She started all of this. She spoke out against them. There's a lot of emotion involved, but I also feel like some people are using her to attack other people, and that's also not right. So I think her statement was actually really good. It was perfect. She did well to do that statement and reaffirm her stance, because sometimes audiences, they get lost in the sauce a lot. And it's good to reassert your stance that, you know, you have a loving community and you want to love each other. You know, you want to spread love, not hate, right? I don't see why Vshoujo wouldn't continue the thing with Mint. Yeah, it is crazy that they're canceling. They shouldn't. I think they should have held their ground. They shouldn't have canceled. They shouldn't have canceled because you're just giving ground to all the speculation. If it's a PR thing because you didn't sell enough seats, people will mock you either way, so that wasn't the play. If it's a financial thing because they didn't sell enough seats, now they're like, okay, it's not worth the money we're investing. All right, maybe that's another story, but then you're taking a hit to your reputation again. And it just feels like we really needed those events on the EN side to happen. We needed those events to happen. I was happy to hear they were happening because that's what we've been asking for. And ever since I did my first Nijisanji video on them, I asked them and I requested 3Ds and I requested events from the EN side. When Riku Tezumi did his announcement with the checkered black and white background, he said he would do that. And when they announced this, I was like, okay, he's actually listening and he's taking steps to change. But now it doesn't feel that way anymore because those steps keep getting cancelled. And it's very disappointing. The only way to salvage the concert would likely to have been to pay for seats themselves. I think they should just give away seats. Concerts usually give away a lot of tickets. I don't know how they're gonna fill like a whole stadium, but yeah. I'm like 98% sure they canceled because they didn't want people seeing an empty event. The threats are just scope from Niji fans. They are backed into a corner, so now they're getting more and more irrational. It's kind of like that phenomenon where if there's two parties disagreeing with each other and the conversation keeps on going, then the tension also keeps on going and it keeps being relived every single day. It just never stops for them. And that's why I'm just like, don't interact with them. Just don't interact. It's not worth it. Even when you try to defend something, even when you're in the right about it, it's like never worth it. It's never worth it. I don't see Niji changing for the better in the near future, if at all. What a bleak future. They've been doing more events, like more 3D debuts at least. This concert cancellation is a big question mark for me. I just don't see a good reason for them to cancel that show. And it reminds me of the AR Live concert, which was one of the first things their fan base reproached, is that they like canceled or delayed to oblivion the AR Live concert, and we only got it last year. Now, at least the Nijisanji fans can console themselves with a live concert, but it's not the same as being there in person. I think Niji EN needs to face reality and stop with huge shows they've lost momentum on. Start small, compact, well-designed shows, rebuild people's trust, deliver something, anything. I mean, if you're gonna cancel a show because you didn't sell any seats, then yeah, you shouldn't have endeavored in that event in the first place, because now it's just worse. You look worse. If they were a proper company, their internal analytics would have told them the venue was too big. Yeah, and that's all happening in light of the Doki Bird like re-debut, new skin debut, which was such a mega success. She commissioned a whole ass orchestra for this. She dropped a new collab with Height. She also, I mean, the design itself is really high quality, but the introduction was made as if it was an Apex video game, where you would select her as a character and then play, and she went into the game and like played a little bit and shot stuff, and it was like all part of the story.